In question 2, we are given that ABCD is a rhombus and PQR and S are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA. So here's a figure I've drawn for you. ABCD is a rhombus, PQRS are the midpoints of the sides, and we have joined PQRS. We have to show that the quadrilateral PQRS is a rectangle. So this is what we have to show. Now, in the first question of this exercise, we did a related question where the midpoints of the sides of a quadrilateral were joined, and the resulting quadrilateral we had to prove was a parallelogram. I'm going to use that result as part of the solution in this problem. So we are going to use that result as part of the solution here. So I'm going to prove it again briefly, but if you want to go back and look at the solution in detail, you can always go back to the video of the first question. Okay, so what we will do first, we will prove that PQRS is a parallelogram. So that's the first step. We will prove that PQRS is a parallelogram. Then we will prove that it is a rectangle. Okay, so to prove that it is a parallelogram, we just need to draw any one of the diagonals. So let's draw the diagonal AC, and then we need to analyze the relationship of PQ this side with AC and SR this side with AC. So if we apply the midpoint theorem to triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, P and Q are the midpoints of BA and BC. So we can prove using the midpoint theorem, we can claim that PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is equal to half of AC. Similarly, if I take triangle DAC, the triangle on top of the diagonal AC, S and R are the midpoints of DA and DC. So using the midpoint theorem again, we can claim that SR is also parallel to AC and SR is equal to half of AC. From these two relationships, we get PQ and SR are parallel to each other. So PQ is parallel to SR, and also PQ and SR are equal to each other. And so PQ is equal to SR as well. And this means that in quadrilateral PQRS, one pair of opposite sides is parallel and equal. So we have PQRS is a parallelogram. So this is the first step of the solution in this problem. And this sequence of steps is what we did in question number 1. As I said earlier, if you want to understand this part in more detail, you can go back to question 1 of this exercise and watch that video. Okay, now that we have PQRS as a parallelogram, we need to show that it is a rectangle. And to do that, we will show that the angle between a pair of adjacent sides is 90 degree. For this purpose, we can make use of the fact that the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to each other. So if I draw the diagonal BD of this rhombus as well, we can use the fact that these two diagonals will be perpendicular to each other. Okay. Now let's find out the angle at P, at vertex P of the quadrilateral PQRS. So this angle is what we will find. To do that, let's first find this angle here. So let's call this angle 1. So what do you think is the measure of angle 1? Now because PQ is parallel to AC, we see that angle 1 forms a corresponding angle with this 90 degree angle here, right? So let's, if the point of intersection of the diagonals is O, then angle 1 forms a corresponding angle with angle AOD, which is equal to 90 degree, because this is a pair of corresponding angles. And this means that angle 1 is 90 degrees. Now if angle 1 is 90 degree, what do you think is the angle at P? So angle P and angle 1 form a pair of co-interior angles, because SP is also parallel to BD, because again if we apply the midpoint theorem in triangle ABD, then PS and BD will be parallel. This means that angle P plus angle 1 will be equal to 180 degree, because this is a pair of co-interior angles on the parallels for the parallels PS and BD. Make sure that you understand this step properly. This means that angle P is 180 degree minus angle 1 and angle 1 is 90 degree. So angle P is 180 minus 90 or 90. So the angle between the two adjacent sides PQ and PS of a parallelogram PQRS is 90 degree, and this means that PQRS is a parallelogram, because if one angle of a parallelogram is 90 degree, then all the angles are 90 and we can claim that the parallelogram is a rectangle. So this is how you can prove the result in question 2. To learn more about how Cuemath can help you crack school and board exams, explore Cuemath Leap, a live online classroom program run by highly experienced and committed teachers.